Hey guys, Mario here. I want to take a couple of minutes and just break something down for you visually, right? This is the layout, the weekly layout of what we call the 80-20, okay, recruiting model that we have here with the U Crew movement. That means 80% of what we do, right, is based on connect calls, text messages, right? We call it in the cloud. See, this 80% of what we do builds the 20% of what we do, which are our events, right? Now, these can be in-person events in homes. We call them testing events. They can be Super Saturday meetings and whatnot, okay? So I'm going to visually lay this out for you so you understand how this works and why it's to your advantage to follow this system. So when people get started, we tell them, look, we're going to have you send out about 30 text messages, right? Now, some people like to call, and that's fine, okay? But 30 prospects, okay? You're going to send out a message to 30 people. Because CBD is so hot, you're going to get 15 people who want to come jump on calls, right? We call them connect calls, and this should yield you 3 brand partners, okay? So I'm going to share with you how this works on a daily basis and how to create massive momentum with your team. So let's say you have a new brand partner, okay, and this new brand partner starts on Tuesday. Now we say Tuesday to Monday because our pay cycle runs from Tuesday to Monday, okay? So you'll also hear a lot of your uplines and your leaders talking about this week only. We never want to talk about Tuesday if we're right here in the middle because that's next week's pay period, and we always want to create a sense of urgency, and you'll see why, okay? So let's say somebody gets started on Tuesday. We're going to have them do that 30 text, 15 calls, get 3 brand partners, okay, strategy. Now, now some people are getting on these 15 calls here, and even some on Thursday. Now, not everybody joins on the spot. Some do though. So let's say one of these people says, I'm in, I'm ready to go. But the other 2 say, you know what? I want to come and I want to learn more. See, then we send these people into a testing event. By the way, we said 15 people got on calls, but only 3 are interested in building the business. That means that the other 12 are potential customers, right? Okay, so that's the key there. So your new brand partner is also getting customers, okay? So now you have 3 people who show up to the testing event that's local. Now what happens at a testing event is what's called social proof. People get to meet other people, shake someone's hand, look them in the whites of their eyes, try out the product for themselves, and realize the power of what we have our hands on. And most of you know our testing events are extremely powerful and people start. Now let's say you have 3 people start. Now they're going to go into that 30 text, 15 calls, 3 business partners or brand partners joining their team. But now this is going to be times 3. Okay, so you have 3 people doing that. And again, some of them are going to say no, and I just want to be a customer, times 3. Some of those people are going to join on the spot, but the rest of them, we're going to funnel them into a Saturday meeting. Okay, so what happens now? Now you have 9 people showing up and getting started at your Saturday testing event. Now what happens is these 9 new people are going to do the same thing. 30, 15 calls, 3 brand partners that join, times 9, okay? So what's so cool about that is, again, some of these people are saying, no, it's not for me, I just want to become a customer, right? Some of those people are joining on the spot, and the rest of them we're funneling here. Now, by the end of the week, you have 27 people that are going to a meeting and start. Now, this is just week 1 though, guys. Imagine as this continues to go into week 2 and week 3, but what we're doing is we're not training people to build from meeting to meeting, because what do I mean by that? Right, so we understand the 3 people who duplicate out, who become 9, who duplicate out, become 27. That's how this should work, okay? Now, some of it, guys, some people don't have 3, they have 1, and then 1 comes here, and 1 becomes 2, and 2 becomes 4, right? But the duplicatable 48-hour cycle still holds true. Some over-exceed this number, some under-exceed the number, but this is still the same. But here's what I want you guys to protect yourself from doing. Let's say you have an event in Jurupa Valley, which is where we have it right now. If you're from California, or Southern Cal, you kind of know where that's at. And then on this day we have Whittier, okay? And then this day we have Orange County, okay? So let's say you come and you're not following the 80-20 rule, okay? You just want to bring people to meetings because you say, Mario, there's so much power at meetings, and there is. But let me show you what happens. So let's say a new brand partner comes and they start talking to people, and he brings, 2 people to this meeting and they get started. But they live local, that's why they came to this one. What they're going to do is they're going to do this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and done. Okay? So now we have another testing event here in Jurupa Valley. Then we have another testing event. Now this one, let's say this Saturday, it's in Orange County. Okay? And then this one here is in Whittier. Here's what some of you guys are allowing to happen in your business. You have 2 people who join in Jurupa Valley, and they're going to do what you did to them because everything duplicates good and bad in this profession. So now these 2 guys, what are they going to do? They're going to say, no, I have some friends that I want to show up next Thursday. So these 2 people are going to wait all week until next Thursday. Maybe by then they bring 3. Okay, and I'm being graceful here. Okay, so now your business has moved 1 week to the next by a couple of people. And even if you're starting to get momentum, right, would you rather, okay, have people joining and getting customers every single day with and without you? Remember the leverage, or just having a boatload of people come to a meeting once a week, right? And so what happens is it's built slow or it's built fast. Right? And this becomes duplicatable when it goes into the 48 hours. Now, one other thing I'll cover is this. Some of you guys don't live in the local area, and you're like, listen, that's all well and good, but there's no testing events where I live. That's why on Tuesday I do a CBD Zoom, and on Wednesday I do a CBD Zoom, and then on Friday I do a CBD Zoom. We call it the CBD Lunch and Learns. So let's say somebody gets started here, right? And they start doing their 30 texts, okay? 15 calls, right? And 3 people join. Well, but they can't come to a meeting. Well, listen, then we funnel them to a Zoom to get that second exposure. First exposure is the phone call. Second exposure normally is a testing event. Well, this is the second exposure now. Now they get started, right? So you have 3 people who get joined. Now they do their 30, their 15, and their 3, right? Some join right on the spot. Some say, no, I want to be a customer. The rest we funnel here. Okay, and so now you have 3 new people that get joined here, and then they do the 30, 15, 3, and you see it just continues to roll that way. And see, this is allowing us to build fast, to really be able to build in the cloud, and to really be able to leverage technology to the fullest. So I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to visually put this down for you guys so you understand the power that you have on your hands when you actually leverage what we call that 80-20 system, okay? 80% of what we do is in the cloud, right? So we're on texts, we're on connect calls, and we're on Zooms. 20% of what we do is in person at testing events. Both have tremendous power, but when you use them appropriately, guys,